this Thursday, February 6th meeting of the Springfield Historical Commission. We have Commissioners Lawrence Zorzi is present, Commissioner Walsh present, Commissioner Vanna Vesper is present virtually, and Commissioner with a brief check mark here for you. Judith Kroll is also virtual. And we have some minutes. Could be here. No, it's right here. Are they here? There you go. Thank you. If you could review the minutes, then I will. I'd entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the Thursday, January 16th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, we call the vote. Commissioner Zorzi,
Yes.
Commissioner Nestor,
yes,
Commissioner Walsh is yes, and Commissioner Kroll.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to accept it. Okay, to continue the public hearing, 90 Garfield. Application certificate of appropriateness, replacing windows with white stone windows and one line of windows. You know, name and address for the record.
Dorland Nettie, I'm the owner at 90 Garfield Street.
And what have, where are we at this? You were doing an investigation, other types of windows?
Yes, so I decided to stick with the same type of window, the all side so that I provided last time. And I will be doing it in black, confirmed with the contractor.
If you can get it.
Yes.
Now, was there there were no issues with the lights?
No,
You just have 1/1.
excuse me, with,
Windows, just one piece of glass over one piece of glass?
yes,
Or are any of them twos or threes over?
No.
1/1.
yes.
I think we determined that, but I do see a lot of these, so I gotta go. Okay, any commissioners have any questions? I think this petitioner has brought a solution to us to use black instead of white. Any commissioners have questions?
No.
And then entertain a motion to accept the application for a certificate of approval. Yes, we didn't have any public hearing. This is why this guy's here. Keeps me in line. Before we have a vote, yes, I'd like to open up the public commentaries. Is anyone here like to speak for or against this application for his replacement of windows in black? 90 Garfield Street. Seeing none. Good. Okay. Now I'll entertain that motion to accept the application for certificate of appropriateness to install black windows. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let me call the vote. Commissioner Kroll,
Yes.
Commissioner Zorzi,
Yes.
Commissioner Nestor,
yes,
Commissioner Walsh, yes. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I include the item. Yeah, it doesn't get from. The new public hearing is 144 Buckingham Street. Someone here at 144 Buckingham. You did have trouble getting the password this one. Okay, well, we'll sit it for a minute. We'll get back to it. Remind me of that. Okay, 14 Fairfield Street. This is an application for certificate of appropriateness. Removal because 5 double hung windows, 1/1 flat sill, insert frame window, exterior cocoa beam, interior. Okay,
That's
What do you
correct, but the only thing, we are going to add 2 windows, so these are the windows we're looking at here that are being replaced, so this one is on the back of the house, that's going to be a double hung,
let's see this.
Yep. And then these 2 here. And then this one here, those were the originals, but we're also now adding this picture window here and that picture window there.
All right, so you're not. All the decorative windows surrounding it, you're keeping.
They're staying the same, the ones with the diamond grill patterns,
Yeah.
we're not changing any of those.
Can we just get your names?
Yeah,
Yes, pardon me.
Oh, sure.
I've only gone a couple weeks of this, but I did my. Go ahead.
It's Kevin Talbot, and I live at 257 Montgomery Road in Westfield.
Nathan and Murray, owner of the house.
You live in it.
I do.
Okay, 13 Fairfield. Okay, so I'm looking at this in the back, you have that one window that's, looks like it's just a single pane.
Yes,
And you're doing it the same.
It's gonna be-
The same color cocoa.
yeah, we're doing the Cocoa Bean exterior. It's this one.
You want to see it? Hopefully the on-screen people can see these, so. So on the left side here, you have
Yes.
a couple of double ones,
Correct.
and those are getting replaced.
Yes,
In the middle one.
that one is getting replaced now as
So
well.
these are all gonna remain the same.
Everything with diamond grills is staying the same.
And the ones that are single pane are becoming double hung or?
They're becoming double pane with insulated glass and low heat coatings.
I'm saying catch that, so. You're just replacing the single windows and.
So
Just tell me again.
these double hungs, we're
Yeah.
basically just going to remove them.
Yeah. put
And-
double on.
Yep, and install it with,
Right, but the middle window,
yes,
is that gonna be a double hung then? No?
that's gonna be a picture window, so
Okay.
that's what it currently is, that's
Okay,
the same
that's
style
what
that
I
it
wanted to
currently
make
is.
Sure, you're not
Yes.
changing the picture windows to double.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, exactly, we're leaving that the same.
Okay, no, that's good.
Did you want to change?
We want the option for double hung because those aren't the original windows.
Yeah.
And we have no circulation in the house. But we are maintaining to the nth degree all of the aesthetic. We just spent $125,000 on the front porch to replace it to the way it is. So if we're doing that to the front porch, we're not messing up with anything else. And these are on the side of the house that don't face the street. It's, the aesthetic will remain the same. We are adamant about that.
Yeah, look at your aesthetic, you know, same.
I'm also invited to join the board of the Springfield Preservation Trust.
Yeah.
Because I'm that person, so.
Well, then you would understand that I would still possibly have a exception to changing those single windows. The good and bad of it is that
Yeah.
you could come back at some other time if it just wasn't. You know, you would have properly functioning windows on each side. I wouldn't say that you couldn't come and make an argument as to the time.
The interior.
That's not
no,
on the application, so.
I understand. Well, the windows actually were supposed to crank out
Oh, yeah.
originally.
Really, Keith?
And then they've been turned into double hungs, and that single pane has also been turned into a single pane over time.
Looks, do we have an original picture of what it might look like back then?
From the side of the house, I'm not sure, but from the interior of the house, the mechanics and all of that is still.
Or
Yeah,
double?
yeah,
Let me just read the application here before I.
Sure.
About that. We actually can't take action if it's not. We can't say because we brought it up, it would still have to come separately. But I would,
Even if
our
we,
goal is to have it, as much as the original, if you had a picture of it,
finding it on the side of the
even if it's
house.
from the inside, something that shows that it was a certain window. We absolutely open to change.
Yeah, all the photos really just show the front of the house.
Yeah,
And they don't even go back to 1901, they start from the 1930s when so much damage and repairs already happened to the house.
so hypothetically, if we were to just do like for like with the picture windows there, would we be able to do that without having that in the document, or would we have to?
That could be, that could, yeah, that could be done. Yeah, and like for like is, that would come under, non-applicability here.
Okay,
So, but you have, I would ask that if you do that, just make sure, just let him know.
Mhm.
Yeah, he could let you know, or you can talk to us about non-applicability.
Okay.
It's just a frame of the window, it's the easiest thing to replace to make it look exactly the same.
Right.
That's right.
So, I would be certainly open to that being non-applicability, but I
Okay.
don't think, this is not for those windows.
Yeah.
That's a technicality, but you'll get to, when you're sitting here, you'll sit on this.
No, I respect you.
I know you do. I can see you sitting right here already.
I was shaking the last time, I was like, oh.
Oh, no, I heard this. It's not the easiest job in the world, especially if you have the mindset that you have. You do so much detail work on your house.
We're custodians. so-
Sometimes my detail doesn't read, it can be a pain.
Yes. I respect.
But for the sake of today,
Mm.
we can't, those, I believe we could, and I can't tell you, yes, you just gotta send them what you're gonna do. He can look at it and then he can decide if it's not applicability. If he says not applicability, you can just put the replace the windows.
Okay, thank you.
With windows, that so seldom happens though, because it's always a line product or some product that just. Historic homes just gonna make it pretty sure. We'll replace double hung windows, flat shields, third frame, frame windows, spear clip between barely. High performance smart, some no grills that like structural alteration, moves the whole thing inside of them. Okay. Any commissioners have any questions for the petitioners?
I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any, no? Okay, let me put this up to public commentary. If there's anyone here who'd like to speak for or against the application or certificate of appropriateness of 14 Fairfield Street to replace windows as just demonstrated. Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm Harry Seymour, 68 Washington Road, and I'd just like to say I'm in favor of it.
Thank you, Harry. Anybody else for or against? Seeing none, I'll close the public commentary and entertain a motion to accept the application for a certificate of appropriateness at 14 Fairfield Street to remove and replace 5 double hung windows, flat sill. Insert frame windows, exterior cocoa being color.
So,
Okay, is there a second?
Second,
Thank you very much. Is there any discussion on that motion?
No discussion.
none,
No discussion. Okay, we call the vote. Commissioner Nestor,
yes,
Commissioner Walsh, yes. Commissioner Kroll,
Yes.
Commissioner Zorzi, yes. Okay. Made it easy. Thank you. All
right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, 38 Washington Road, solar panels.
How's it going? My name is Elvis Leva, but I live in 218 Naismith Street, Springfield, Mass. I used to live there, I kind of regret moving out.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is your appropriateness to install 27 solar panels to the southmost facing roof, panels are going through the attic, so that they're not getting visibility from the street. Here, a council meeting at the back of the house. Let me put that up there next year. That's a lot, yeah. You gonna be powering a couple of neighbors too? You seldom see that, man. Can't really go that much. Oh, well, that's what this is. Okay, so which? Yeah, which house is yours?
The beige one. That one, yep.
Right there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which way is south in that picture?
The panels will be on that side.
On that side? of it?
Yes.
Okay, and all the conduit in the attic or in through the roof, and then all the meters and what have you in, on the back of the house. We have, yeah, must be. Here's all the panels. Let me ask you, but just technicality, not about whether it's not, it looks like they're trying to put these into. And which gotta be an offset from your valleys. Did they? They drew this out for you, did they discuss that?
Yes.
Okay. Because this picture looks like they're hitting you right in the middle of the valley. You're not supposed to do it. That's between them and them.
I have no idea, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, no, you're buying, you're having them install them on your. You're not from the silver. Right, so,
I wish you could have been here with me.
well, they usually come. Most of the time they do come. And that, we get a chance to discuss that, okay.
Yeah, because the pallet's still outside in front of the house, and then they told me, hey, the city came down and said you can't do it. Oh, then I didn't know how to do this.
Yeah, well, this is what we're looking for, minimum visibility.
Okay.
Conduit, not visible. Did the solar company suggest you put the conduit inside? What's the company?
I had talked to-
You talked Blue Sky after, no,
I had talked to the Amber, Amber, which was a rep, and suggested based on a last solar here, that having the conduit on the inside would be preferable.
well, it is, and the reason for that is it's just minimum visibility and things like that, now it's. Panels are not gonna be invisible, but they're gonna be the same pitch of the roof, and there's gonna be so many of them. But when you run a conduit across the roof and that sticks out, you run it down the sidewall, that sticks out. That's why we prefer it out the back, and this seems to meet all the guidelines of minimum visibility. 27 solar panels south facing the conduit will be run through the attic, so there will not be any visibility from the street. Meter and conduit will meet at the back of the house as depicted in the corner. So we'll just grab that. One more time. Okay, sure. Boxes you can go here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to this?
Wait, I'm sorry, he said something about the boxes. He's just gonna
Get
put
it
it
back.
back?
Yeah.
Even I didn't know that.
They're gonna be in the front. We'd be talking. This picture here indicates, so this, if I show you this picture. This would be the back of your house, correct? And then look, also-
Yes. That's what he's saying.
Right, so that's all their boxes that they have to put on the side.
Oh,
Won't be visible from the street.
Okay.
Which is the goal,
What?
especially if you.
I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, with this, with solar, I wish they would think that in every single area, not just in historic areas. Keep all the big stuff out, it's not there. Historically, that's what we go for. Any commissioners have any questions?
No.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
And it seems to fit our general guidelines for.
Limited visibility, yep.
Yeah. So, let me open this one up to public commentary. Was there any thoughts sent to us? Nothing, okay. I'd like to open this up to public commentary. Is anyone here like to speak for or against this application at 38 Washington Road? For solar panels? Go
Hi,
ahead.
I'm Harry Seymour, I'm 68 Washington Road, and that's 4 houses away from this property. I have solar panels on my house, I believe in solar, I think it's a good idea.
Thank you, Harry. Anybody else, please? It's okay. Okay, seeing none, we're gonna close the public commentary. Great, vote machine out there, so I'm writing down someone else's. Okay, entertain a motion to accept the application for certificate of appropriateness, 38 Washington Road, to install solar panels on the south facing roof of the condo running through the attic, not visible in the meter and condo, the meter at the back of the house.
So moved.
Second,
Thank you. Any discussion on that motion? My only discussion on the motion really would be this, for you, if that changes, if they're going to install it, this conduit has to be somewhere else. They actually have to come back.
Okay, no problem.
They can't just do it and come back and say, whoops. Because that's what they do sometimes. So,
And if I do next time, I'll bring them.
yeah, well, you did fine, not, you actually have good information here, so they gave you better information than we're used to seeing.
Thank God.
mhm.
So, given that, if there's no other discussion, all right, let me see, what am I starting? So Commissioner Walsh votes yes, Commissioner Judith Kroll,
Yes,
Commissioner Marissa Swetly,
Yes.
Commissioner Van Esper.
yes,
Okay. You'll be ready to tip, you're ready to go.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, neighbor. Appreciate it.
See
Harry, I didn't know you had solar, that's cool.
you.
They sent a neighbor down the street. I know you there.
Okay, the next is 95 Elliott Street.
I didn't get solar either. They sent a neighbor down the street. I didn't
This is an application for a certificate of appropriateness at 95 Elliott Street. Repair post to match existing, paint approval match existing. Yes, okay, what do you got? Let me see. Take that. Hand up the collection of paper, but-
Yeah.
Oh, here, it is, right here in front of you.
You want me to state my name?
Yes, please.
I just remember.
Name and address for the record, please.
Kenneth Askew, 95 LA Street.
Okay, what are we doing?
Replacing the, repairing, replace the, post.
I have lots of pictures here. I see a picture of a post.
Yeah, that post is, that was a repair that was done. I just wanted to show you the profile
Yeah,
that's going to be done. So.
Is
It's,
it, this,
well,
no, was that?
yeah, I'm just.
Are they gonna do-
record photos.
They gotta be.
Let me mark this up,
You can
mark by,
So there's some color photos and the black and white photos have the post
yeah,
red here, so you can see.
oh, okay.
Oh, so that's the one getting replaced.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there's just a series of photos through here that are gonna commit illustrations.
Right.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be.
Right side.
Is it gonna be duplicated? Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I may be doing one in concrete, believe it or not, just, as a, there's templates that have to be made up, they call it a blank.
Yeah, sure.
It's just, I was affiliated with another individual, he's gonna just do it, so we have it, you know, in the future, if someone needs it in the future, if I sell the house, whatever, they can, you know, go off of it, but. Yeah, it's gonna be a new, turn post, from. I'll mark up my spot here, I'm gonna. Probably 3/4 of it, so say 64 inches up, so you see the red line? Yep. So we're gonna, you know, that right there, kind of, we're gonna marry into that section there. That will be removed and it'll be pinned back together. As one piece
Okay.
and then repainted.
Okay. Well, I certainly have one. Seems like, I wouldn't have thought that you could pin one back together like that. But why I'm not a carpenter or a truck. But this is not a change of material, this is just good shape. So that concrete is just something you're thinking.
Yeah, that's something that
Not part of this
yeah, it's a side,
Okay.
piece that,
Well, it sounds like a reasonable repair. Any commissioners have any questions for Kenneth?
I have no questions.
Okay, anything else you'd like to add? And that's what it is, you're replacing that part of the post with a wood post that looks exactly the same, painted the same color.
Exactly,
That's a pretty easy one for us.
yes.
Well, not necessarily easy for you, easy for us.
Oh, yeah, I wish it was.
Yeah. Let me just put this up in public commentary. Is anybody here would like to speak for or against this application for the post repair at 95 Elliott Street, Springfield? Seeing nobody, I'll close the public commentary. I entertain a motion to accept the application for certificate of appropriateness 95 Elliott Street to repair the post and as existing and to paint it clean as existing.
So moved.
Second,
Thank you very much. We call the vote, Commissioner Judith Kroll,
yes.
Commissioner Marissa Susie,
Yes.
Commissioner Van Nessler,
yes,
Commissioner Walsh is yes. It's okay, you guys are making it easy, aren't you? You're all set for that.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Change, like I told everybody, if anything changes, like a design or material or something. Just come through.
Right,
If that happens once in a while, I start doing.
right. But as far as material, in terms of, you said material.
You know, if it's wood and you replace it with wood, then it's.
Yeah.
Always okay, but sometimes it's replaced with plastic.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I can tell you.
Right.
Tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
that's a beautiful looking area, so.
It is, it's been there 47 years, 48, so trying to get to 50. But it's getting ready to, I'll be back here for,
Yeah, I
some
mean,
other
it's
things, so-
still, it's still just a beautiful.
It is, it's for Queen Anne, it's yeah, it's
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm gonna call, I didn't know if anybody walked in while I was looking down, 144 Buckingham. We can just see what this is. It's an application for a certificate of appropriateness, change from the 2-entry door to a single entry door. I entertain a motion that we continue 144 Buckingham Street to the March 6th meeting.
So moved.
second,
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? Make sure I'm putting the vote in the right place. After that one.
I'm sorry, I had to take a phone call. What was that?
We're continuing the 144 Buckingham Street.
Okay.
Until next meeting. I just gotta find my piece of paper here. Okay, so. Yeah. That's the motion is to move it forward, so let me just.
Yes.
get- Oh, Commissioner Dorsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Nessler,
yes,
Commissioner Walsh, yes, Commissioner Kroll.
Yes.
That's continued to the March 6th meeting. Oh, something on there, didn't I? Hampton, Hampton, Hampton. No, I'm looking for all right, well, I may be going through the files and. You know what I put there, right? No, at least it's very easy. Okay, environmental reviews, 32 Hamptons. Here renovations, one year chuckle. No, man. Record.
Shannon Mumlow, and we are here to talk about 32 Hampton Street.
A young Crawford, 25 Hutchinson Street, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay, this is. All right, talk to us, what's going on?
Yeah, we have recently purchased the building on 32 Hampton Street for a local nonprofit organization that we both serve on the board and as the co-founder of. That's to support families in the city of Springfield. So the building is in a bit of disrepair. So as you can see, all the things that are listed here are really just repairing and repainting same color. So there's really nothing that we're replacing. Everything will remain the same look, feel. So all the pictures here, this is from the inspection that was done. So as you can see,
No alterations.
no alterations, just repairs. The
Oh, my
inside's pretty
goodness.
good. I mean, some of
Oh,
these, some of the pictures are actually on the inside.
Yeah.
There's page 13 of 38. Again, it's some of the scraping of the paint.
Oh, you got a problem?
We do.
Yeah, we
keep
do.
Taking on projects.
We do, we just want to
But
make
it's for
it.
the betterment of the city and for the youth and families that we serve.
We want to have that curb appeal,
Okay, so no alterations, no change, no materials, just repairs.
Correct.
We just have to determine that there's no adverse impact.
Mhm.
I would suggest to the commissioners that there is no adverse impact. Do the commissioners have any other opinions on that?
If there is no adverse impact, I can't think of anything right now.
Anybody else? No. This is no hearing but a vote, right? I believe so. Well, I entertain a motion that we, issue a letter of. You want to open it to the public or? No, it doesn't have to, but, I don't know. No, this is not a public, hearing. This is, we're just determining that there's. no-
Just, yes.
Yeah, so I've done both sometimes, had hearing anyways, but, that we. I'm trying to make the motion, I can't think back, trying to look wondering what there's, find that there's no adverse impact. I should make them make the motions. don't they? Anyway, anybody want to make that motion, that there's no adverse impact? Third to him.
I make that motion.
Oh, thank you very much.
Second,
And, discussion on the motion. Hearing none, we call the vote. Commissioner Zoisi,
Yes.
Commissioner Nestor,
yes,
yes, Commissioner Duthrow,
Yes.
clearly no adverse impact. That's a heck of a project.
It is.
Mhm.
We're gonna get some love.
Yeah. we're gonna need some-
Fundraising.
we're gonna need some, but Thank you for doing that for people and thank you for taking on that building. Good luck.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for all of your work.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait for.
No, something. That comes later.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Drive safe.
Brian. Okay, we're gonna put the next two together, it's 1228, 1236 Main Street, 1242.
Collins, 17 Broadway, Westfield.
I apologize, could you just do that a little louder?
I'm Collins, 17 Broadway, Westfield, that's perfect.
All right, this is 1228, 1236 Main. Take us through it.
Replacing the awnings, the same exact awnings that are there, no awnings. Replacing the lights with LED lights and the trim around it, depending if the same color it is black.
Okay. Just replacement of the awnings, changing the lights to LED with no visual difference.
No, we do different, same color.
All the furniture stays in.
Correct.
Well, you guys are really making a meeting today. All right, is that, that's, the full. Now, all three of these fitting under that, is that what you're doing with all three?
Yeah, right now there's existing 3 storefronts.
Okay. And they're all you're changing.
Four
Pre-awning,
story.
Pre-awnings, you're changing, you're
And the same,
putting the lights in.
yeah, there's already lights there.
Already like existing lights.
Existing lights replacing
Replacing it, painting it the same way. Correct. You really make it easy. Any commissioners have any questions?
No,
No questions from me at this time.
I'd like to make that motion that we find there to be no adverse impact for these three storefronts, be great.
Yes, so second,
Okay, I'm gonna clarify the motion just so everything is, that the motion is
Yeah.
1220, 1236 Main Street and 1242 Main Street.
I believe there's four on it.
There's what?
There's four on it.
Oh, you may have, well, this is just the address.
Yeah,
Those
okay,
three
yeah.
addresses. Okay,
Two addresses, it's
well, right.
actually 1242 is the, I don't even know why that's on there, 'cause that's the upper floor address.
Well, then what is that?
Way it's on our GIS.
Yeah.
shows that it's-
Okay, so tell me, all right, so tell me that it's just, this 1242 doesn't mean anything? to you?
1242 is the stairway going up to the upper floors.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the old free goes, which I think is 36.
Just for clarity though, so 1220 and 1236 is consists of about 4 awnings, lights and paint the same.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna just, you should withdraw that motion. I'm just gonna reframe the motion, so someone can do it for me. I'm putting it on that.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the application for the replacement of awnings on 1228 to 1236 Main Street.
That was close, except that just to define no adverse impact.
Oh, sorry.
And we find no, let me just, the motion is, that we find no adverse impact to the awning replacement and the, light replacement and the paint at 1236 Main Street.
yes, so moved.
Okay,
Second.
beautiful. Make sure I got the right address here. Okay, let me do the vote. Commissioner Walsh is yes. Commissioner Dutrow,
Yes,
Commissioner Zosey,
Yes.
Commissioner Messer.
yes,
There it is. Okay, obviously that's gonna just improve what goes on
So
there.
we're gonna do the 1242 and 1244. So that's a separate application.
Say this again.
So.
yeah, my understanding of the motion was it wasn't going to be a separate application.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure, so if someone can clarify that, that would be great.
Finding them all,
Okay.
is one vote.
Okay, is that what happened? I missed that. I was writing. So it was
Yeah,
12.
we're combining.
Okay,
I combine them all in the motion.
Okay.
Because you're doing the same thing to every.
yeah, okay.
And there's no need,
Yeah.
needs to have the addresses, but no need to go separate.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and if I'm wrong, tell me. Okay, Bob will tell me.
I just didn't hear
No, it's okay.
the rest of the one.
No,
Okay,
okay. All right. What do we got? Letter support. Who's here at 70 Chestnut Street?
Hi,
Oh, you're
that's
up.
me.
You waited all the time so patiently, so.
Oh, just getting other work done.
Okay.
I do have a PowerPoint. Can I share it from my computer?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Set you up there, love to see you.
Yes, I need you.
Oh, it looks like she can fill.
Oh,
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep it in this view. I just find that easier to
No,
work through. I have to skip around a little bit. So I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with this property.
Mhm.
Currently known as the Museum Park Apartments, historically known as the Hotel Stonehaven. The property, the building was constructed in 1929 by local real estate developer Albert Gagnier and designed by local architect Raymond Mayo Mowry. It was the first, or considered the first apartment hotel in the city. It had a mix of studio, 1 and 2 bedroom units, and hotel rooms. It remained the Hotel Stonehaven until it was acquired by the Sheraton Corporation in 1937. And interestingly, Sheraton credits this property as their first hotel in their chain. Technically, there was they bought two hotels. The gentleman that purchased this on behalf of Sheraton, or that created the Sheraton line, had two other hotels in the Boston area. But the success of Hotel Stonehaven is what inspired them to stay in the hotel business. And so the chain to this day credits this property as their first Sheraton. So in May and April of 1953, the property underwent some significant renovations. New bathrooms were installed on the 2nd through 6th floors, and 12 suites were converted to 36 single hotel rooms. And then it started to change hands a number of times throughout the mid-century. It was sold in 1954 to the Craig Hotel Management Company, and it changed names. And then it was sold back to Sheraton, and Sheraton converted it to a Sheraton Motor Inn. And it remained in Sheraton's hands until 1968 when they sold about 18 of their hotels in the country. Around this time, it was acquired by Neil Zase of Equity Properties. So in 1983, Zase acquires the property, and he converted it to condominiums. It was a $6 million renovation and reopened under the name of Ashford Place in 1987. 3 years later, Zase was federally indicted for racketeering, kickbacks, and embezzlement, and 131 of these units were sold as condos. And then in 2002, Wind Development, the current applicant for tax credits on the project, stepped in and acquired the building and converted, I'd say, about 95% of the units to apartments. And so they're pursuing tax credits for the first time. Show you a few photos, sorry. Some photos of the exterior. It's a U-shaped brick masonry building with a stone-clad basement and first floor level facing Chestnut Street. Renovations are going to include masonry repointing. We're going to install new windows, historically appropriate exterior entrances. The canopies are going to be replaced. A new roof will be installed. On the interior, historic finishes remain. They're not clearly not as significant as they used to be, but we do still have the original stairs. You can see in the lower right corner. It's a marble terrazzo stair. This is located at the center of the building, and then there are two ancillary stairs in either wing that are cast iron. There are some finishes if you look up. This is the main entrance vestibule. There's a coffered ceiling here that extends into a common room right off of the vestibule on the first floor. Also, original calamine doors remain on all floors. And some features in the units, some of the crown molding, you can see it faintly here in this photograph. And over here in some original built-in shelving remains. So all of these features will be retained. New flooring is proposed. We're going to take out all of the carpet, install engineered hardwood where appropriate, and tile that matches the original fabric. Surprisingly, a lot of the kitchens in these units, when the hotel was first built, had exposed concrete floors. So we're going to try to match that aesthetic in some of the kitchens and bathrooms. This is an advertisement pamphlet from when the Stonehaven was constructed around 1929, 1932, actually, apologies. Not much has changed from the exterior. The appropriate window configurations were installed in the 2002 conversion, which you can see today, and a lot of the doors are similar. This is an advertisement from mid-century when it was a Sheraton hotel. And the Sheraton Kimball Hotel was also around the corner. One fascinating part of this building, there's a fallout shelter in the sub-basement. it's a moment frozen in time. Everything in this shelter dates to around 1959. Hotel records, just filing cabinets full of materials. There's medicine that was issued by the government. This box contains crackers. It's fascinating. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a liability to the developer, so we're hoping to get back in so we can document what's there for the National Register nomination when that moves forward. But Wynn has also asked me if there's any entities in this city that would be interested in also taking a look at the shelter and if there's anything that they'd like to take. I don't know if any of you know of anyone that would be interested, but we can certainly coordinate access.
Yeah, unfortunately, even if we did, we can't use this meeting setting to do that, but.
Completely understood. I just wanted to throw that out there for you all.
If I thought of anything, I certainly would be happy to get you information.
Okay, great. And then I just also wanted to include some the elevation drawings and floor plans that were included with our application to the Massachusetts Historical Commission. This was submitted on January 15th, 2025. It remains under review by MHC. We expect to hear back end of April. Then the application will be forwarded down to the National Park Service. NPS will have about 30 to 45 days. We should hear back from them around mid to late May. And we're hoping to have a Part 2 approval around that time. So as you can see the configurations of the units, nothing significant is changing. It's really an update to the finishes, the mechanicals, installing more energy efficient windows and doors. And that's everything. Are there any questions?
Questions, commissioners?
I guess I would say, could you just clarify what the letter of support specifically is for?
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. So MHC as a part of the application process requires a letter of support from the local historical commission as well as a letter of support from Preservation Massachusetts. So the commission, you've kindly provided letters of support for our projects in the past, for most recently for me, Court Square, 31 Elm and the Northern Heights row houses on Central Street. They won't review the application unless they have these letters of support. So it is critical that we have them to complete the application. And then I'll reach out to the commission each round. So our next round will be, I'll probably reach out again in early April and we'll just need the date updated in the letterhead.
I don't think there's any other questions. I think that's appropriate to project to give a letter of support. That's an easy call for me. Any other commissioners have any other thoughts on that?
No.
No.
Okay, I entertain a motion that we issue a letter of support for the 7 Chestnut Street rehabilitation project.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, first and second, any discussion, intense discussion on this one? Hearing none, we call a vote. Commissioner Nestor,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh, yes. Commissioner Judith Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Liberty.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. That's obviously we're happy to support you in trying to do whatever you can to bring that building back to life.
Oh, thank you so much. I will certainly keep you posted with our updates.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm sure you'll hear from me anyways when it comes to what you're actually doing on the outside, so.
And you'll hear from me with what you have in there, so.
Perfect. And let us know if you'd like a tour. We're happy to walk you through.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Okay, we have another continued. The next one I'm gonna ask for a motion to continue. 52 Sumner Avenue with St. Louis of the repair and restoration to the March 6th meeting.
Second.
Hold on, let me just. They were all EAs. I don't think it's complicated if I don't mark them down. Yes. Okay, so the motion that's on the floor and seconded to continue, no, any discussion? To some hearing none, we start this, Commissioner Williams was yes to continue to the March 6th, June poll.
Yes.
Yes.
And Commissioner Lester.
yes,
Okay, let's continue to March 6th. Okay, just a reminder, the February 20th meeting is already gonna be canceled, so any of you sitting out here at February 20th, no meeting. There are numerous other meetings going on and our administrative support is crazy.
I would like to also mention that for the March 6th meeting, I will not be available.
Okay, well, that's the next question here, just about, I think, no, the quorum call, that's at number 5, so anybody that knows they can't be here, I mean, Andrew will be checking anyways, but if you know you can't be here, say so now. I should be here, but hopefully I'll be sitting in a different seat, so. Judith won't be here, where are you gonna be, Doctor?
That's my birthday week, March 4th.
You better take that whole week off.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
We all understand that. Okay, what do we have here? Administrative updates?
Yes,
You can update us, Administrator.
yeah, so the first thing is I have started and completed a draft application that will hopefully get a little bit more information out of our applicants to make it easier for everyone. So I can quickly walk through it if you want, or you can kind of take it home and review. And I can email it out. Do you want me to walk through it fast or?
Well, sure, why not?
Okay,
This
so.
one should be kind of easy, because
Yeah.
it's an application.
Yeah, it's the applications have a checklist on page 1 for the applicant themselves. Have they completed all these office use right here? Let me put this on. This is just instructions, pretty standard and pretty much what we already have. This is, they're gonna check off what type of application, so rather than having 4 different types of applications, it will all be on one and they can check what they want, so.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. I'm sure it will take some time.
Confusing me to what.
Yeah, just standard stuff, property, address, if they need an interpreter, owner address, representative information, description. And then what I've really done is broken it down based on their project type, so. You know, if they're doing windows, they would see page 3, doors, page 4, siding, page 5. And then it's just a matter of getting that information out of the applicant, so check boxes to make as a reminder to submit photographs and brochures. Information about the existing windows, why they're wanting to replace the windows, number of windows they're replacing, the window manufacturer, model number, all the stuff that we generally ask. So the goal here is to elicit the information that the commission needs and to make it you know, less back and forth with me and the applicant for gathering information. And so the information that for each, you know, topic is relatively the same. Sure. So I'll email this out so you guys have a little more detail, but this is what I would like to move the application towards, just to make it easier on everyone.
Go back to that page, just go back one more, right, the one that said paint.
Yep.
Indicating your the timer. You should have a checkbox on that one that says, we don't control paint everywhere.
Not everywhere,
So
yeah.
you might say, well, that's out.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, what will end up happening is they'll come to me to ask if they even need to be go in front of the commission anyway, so.
So you think you have that solved ahead of time?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's generally the
Okay.
process.
All right, send it out to us, looks
Yep.
good. We'll find
Andrew,
something.
that looks amazing.
I know, doesn't it?
I'm not even joking. I love it. I just want you to know I really appreciate your efforts in this historical commission. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, anything, if you see anything or think of anything else, I'm happy to, make everyone's lives easier.
So you're off to a great start, I'll tell you that. Okay, what else you have for us?
So, another thing that came up, behind the scenes, I'm also issuing letters of support that need to be updated, just with the date, kind of, as we heard with our last person. She'll be coming back to me to get an updated letter of support. And then there's also certificates of non-applicability that don't come before the commission, so I just want to throw it out there. If the commission wants to be advised of what happens between meetings, I'm happy to present that to the commission.
We do I used to like to know. That if we did issue non-applicability.
Yeah.
Because we had that stung in the past.
Yeah.
But it's been a long, long time, so you just do it the way you're doing it, but whatever, at some meeting, probably just say, keep me issue these.
Yeah, and in the packet, I'll probably just list out.
Yeah, call out.
Yep.
And then you have, the next, go ahead.
Yep, so I was talking to Judy and a while back, you guys were working on standards for new construction in local historic districts. This is more of just putting it back on your radar. And I know we're working with a consultant right now, so we can see what they come back with, but I just mainly want to get this in your head.
When are they due back?
I anticipate probably sometime over the next month or two, hopefully in March.
Try to get them here in March.
Yeah. So we will be coming back to the commission to present what they've come up with, but
And I only brought that up because the city council approved some type of oh, what is it? I don't know what to call. I can't remember what it's called, like adjacent home or like, something you can build on your own property.
Accessory dwelling. Accessory dwelling unit.
Accessory, yes. So that's why I brought.
Yeah, okay, no, it's good, Judith, that's a good one to bring up right about now. We gotta make sure that this consultant brings the information to the table here. And then we can maybe round up our old notes at some point, and get something done, but. What else? Yeah, that's a really good one though, Judy, that's perfect.
Last but not least, so I was talking to Eversource the other day. They are planning to do a upgrade to their infrastructure within the McKnight district. So the conversation was, do they need to submit an application for each individual property, or can it be done in one foul swoop? So might be a discussion I need to have with Attorney Shushak as well, in terms of process, but ideally, if they come in and say, this is how we want to proceed, maybe the commission can kind of approve guidelines for approving them.
When it was run by me, just FYI, when I heard about this, I suggested that if we could agree with exacting guidelines ahead of time, not sort of kind of. If we could agree to that, then we could give them a blanket okay to change the houses over. I mean, these houses have old wiring, they have to be repaired, they have to be replaced. But as opposed to doing one at a time, but I would have to see something from them saying they give a damn that it's gonna be in the least visible, try and instead of just throwing it out on the front of the house, which is what they're gonna do. So.
I agree with that. And I'm in a historic district, so I agree with that.
Whether it's feasible or not, I think it's reasonable to talk to them to try and get them to commit to a set of guidelines that we could then okay, so they could do them all without coming back. And if not, we'll see them every day, we'll see, then they'll be coming in for, hundreds of meetings. But that's my idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Like that? That's okay. I mean, it can be any way we want when we get there. But anything else?
No, other than, so I have that Judy's gonna be absent. You're gonna be virtual, so just need to know from Donna and,
I mean, he's gonna recheck before.
yeah, I'll recheck, but, I think,
Give him a
Yeah.
heads up, early heads up. Good to have an early heads up, and happy birthday. I won't be here to celebrate it with you.
yeah,
What? Come on, it's a month away. Send me a card. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'll be done with my doctorate by then.
Mm.
Calling you doctor?
Well,
I'm-
yeah, okay, this is not a part of the open meeting law, but anyway,
No, that's okay.
continue.
We don't have an application on the table, so a little chatter doesn't matter. No, we got public speak out if there's anybody here wants to talk to us. Well, if you want, or you can talk from there, Harry. Just talk loudly.
Yeah, sure. So you mentioned Eversource. So one of the things that I'm working on, and I'm the chair of the historical committee of the Forest Park Civic Association. And we are working on the issue of streetlights. It seems as though Eversource would really like to take down all of the historical light and put in what they call Cobra lighting.
Just exactly.
It's like what you have on highways, right? And we think that there are two problems with that. One of those is safety, because we think that when you put Cobra lights in, people act like it's a highway. And they speed, right? And they're coming off 91, coming up Sumner Avenue. And they think that they can go as fast as they were out on the highway. Not exactly, but there's a tendency to speed there. So we would like to have a voice at the table with regard to what happens with streetlights. And you know, of course, it looks much more charming. And we are in an historic district where people have to go before the historic commission in order to make changes in their structure, but somehow Eversource can do anything that it wants and not have to abide by any sort of standard from an historical perspective. And so we're working on that. Is it appropriate for us to ask for a letter of support from you about the?
We could run that, we could run that by Attorney Shuchuk. It's,
Okay, how do I do that?
well, can you hear us, Bob? No, I'll talk to him. We'll get,
Okay,
we'll ask.
all right.
The last time we dealt with the streetlights was about 2012, I think. That I remember because I just got on the commission and they were making some, and they actually put some in that were more historically accurate, if I remember. I don't remember, so it's brand new and it wasn't really committed to them. And they were just, you know, they're exorcists, you do what they want. I agree that we should try to have some standard for the lighting in the historic district. But that will take a legal opinion from the city, exactly how much we can fight them for it.
Do we have something with Eversource with the lights on State Street?
There's a couple, on Sumner Avenue, they had agreed to something on past, like to
Okay.
jump for Forest Park all the way down along it.
Right.
That was a long time ago, I vaguely remember that coming. To a meeting.
Right. It still may be applicable in this instant.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They're saying right now that the streetlights that are historic, that are on Sumner, are old lights. And they want the city wants to go LED. And that those lights don't take LED bulbs, so they're going to find another way to bring them up to the LED standard. But
Yeah.
yeah, well, if you look around the city, you see there are historic lights going in everywhere. I mean, there are lots of historic lights that are brand new. Right?
Of course they exist.
So, you know, what's the problem with not being able to find parts for the old lights that are there? If there are new lights available that are historic and can accommodate the LED lights.
As you know, there are some people think it just should be torn down and thrown away.
Yeah, well, I
As
understand.
opposed to finding the parts or finding some way to fix it.
Yeah, I know
That's
it's.
what we fight, that's what we fight every 2 Thursdays a month.
Yes,
Is that urge to just rip it out and throw it away.
yeah,
But I agree with you, that's something, I don't know what we can do from here, we can't issue anything relative to that without. Meeting vote with the approval of the legal department.
yeah, so I'm trying to get a meeting between Eversource, DPW and us, to at least. Have a voice at the table.
If you get that meeting, see if you can get an invitation for a representative of the historical.
Oh,
commission as
great.
well.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean they can go, no, they think we have to run by and shoot you.
okay, well, let me know, or let me know if there's something else I need to do on that. Just a second, quick thing, when you do the meetings on the guidelines for new developments,
Construction,
if I could know about that, and I would be happy to go to those meetings. I have participated in that before.
He gets it.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, they're all public meetings, so you just have to know when they get scheduled. So make sure
Thank you.
it does that. Anybody else?
Well, just a quick point on the upkeep on those historic, well, so somewhat historic, like, I mean, I watched the original that when they set it in back in probably in the 70s, but a cast iron. I just watched the DPW just crush it.
Yeah.
It was really ornate. And actually it was right in front of my house. It was a little too late, they already had the backhoe in there and just saving these parts. But it's just the upkeep with Eversource is non-existent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's lights out.
The bad news is that that's not the part we're gonna change, but if your organization can cause them to change some. If we can cause some change where they're gonna be considerate of what's there, try to duplicate what's there. Oh, sorry, man, just jump in.
Could you take off the sharing for a second? Thank you. I just wanted to tell everyone that the community theater that we have started at 52 Sumner in Park Edge is
Yep.
doing really well. They're doing love letters, and Mayor Sarno, Brenda Garton, Kathy Tobin, and Steve Hayes, who founded the Stage West and the Drama Studio, are acting in that. And it's next week. Dinner theater, which we haven't had in Springfield for a long time, and community theater for about 60 years. So I'm very happy to be directing and establishing this, and I invite the community to support the new community theater. Thank you.
There,
Perfect, thank you
You
very
still want
much.
to do this again?
52
Excuse
Summit.
me?
I was just wondering where it was.
Yes,
I just moved to Springfield like 6 years ago, and I was looking for community theater in the area, and that sounds great.
Supporter.
yeah.
Perfect. Anything else? I know the light thing that's gonna be taking place over time, but certainly let us know. We'll try to talk to Attorney Schuchek about the potential.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I love that, man. Thank you very much. Anybody else? I'm gonna entertain a motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor?
Second, I.